Hey everybody, it's Eric, Jon, and
our special guest, Belle.
That's right. Today we have a bottle of Eagle Rare. Stay tuned so you can find out how Eric introduced Jon to bourbon through one of these bottles.
So we're going to talk today about one of my favorite bourbon and my introduction to bourbon, Eagle Rare. If you've never had Eagle Rare, I actually was my first bourbon I ever tried. And we went on a guys' weekend to Kentucky, and we did some of the Bourbon Trail.
Yeah.
And we went to Buffalo Trace. We went to Four Roses and
tried to go to Wild Turkey.
We tried to go to Wild Turkey, but Matthew McConaughey was there, so it's kind of a long story with that.
Yeah.
It was shut down, but Eagle Rare was actually one of the first bourbons I tried. At the end of the Buffalo Trace tour, they give you a sample of Eagle Rare, and I loved it. So we just happened to luck out. We found some kind of podunk liquor store in Kentucky, and they had some Eagle Rare there. After we originally found the Eagle Rare, I mean, I think we drank the whole bottle in one night.
There was quite a few of us there. It wasn't just Jon and I.
But I really loved Eagle Rare, and it kind of got me hooked into bourbon. And I've been trying to find it in our local area, and it is extremely hard to find.
That's true.
And actually, this bottle,
yeah, Jon,
a friend of ours.
Yeah, so we actually had a friend of ours gift us the bottle. But that didn't make it into a video.
Yeah. So a couple tips. If you're into bourbon, you want to tell all your friends, so if they're at the liquor store, say, hey, if you see Eagle Rare, Blanton's, Weller, Antique 107, if you see that bourbon, just buy it.
Yep.
And then I'm going to pay you back. Because then you create a web of people going out to liquor stores. And I have a lot of people in our family who like to drink, so if they're going to be at the liquor store anyways, have them be your little scouts.
That's
and
right. Look
out for the bourbons that you like that are hard to find. So I mentioned this to one of my friends. I said, hey, I really love Eagle Rare. He goes to the liquor store basically every day because he has to buy cigarettes, and he smokes, and so he's there to check it out. And he actually found this. He couldn't find it, but he found it online for me. Ordered it, got it I think for like $60 online. Typically Eagle Rare, I think on the MSRP, whatever MSRP stands for, but the suggested retail price is like $30.
Yep,
but it can be extremely hard to find at the store. So the more people that you tell, the better. Because I looked at all kinds of liquor stores in our area, trying to see when they get the shipments in, kind of see if I could sneak one and find one. It is really hard to find, at least in the area that I'm in. I know I've seen a lot of other people who have found. It kind of depends on the area that you're in and how popular it is and how fast people pick it up. But he picked this up for me off a website I think it's called Fruit Bat. There's a few of these, and we should probably do a video about like all these kind of online reseller websites that you can buy from. But it's kind of, I would first try to find it at the liquor store if you can, because that's where you're always going to get the best deal. And I think that's the best way to buy it, because a lot of people are kind of taking advantage of this, the rareness of some of these bourbons, and they're just buying them up and then trying to resell them and jack up the prices. But at some point you kind of like, I really want this, and I'm willing to pay. I'm willing to pay a little bit more to actually just get it, because me driving around to 10 different liquor stores every weekend kind of starts to get old.
Yeah, I agree.
And another thing you can do is you can try to talk to the liquor store. We've talked about this before. Try to talk to the clerks. Depending on the clerk, you have all different kinds of personalities with those liquor store clerks, and you can try to bribe them or do whatever you can do with them.
You charm them.
But I found really this method of just tell all your friends, and if you can make it simple for them, hey, if you ever see Eagle Rare, Blanton's, or Weller Antique 107, if you see those at a liquor store, buy them for me. And if they have 2 or 3 of them, buy 2 or 3 of them for me, and I'll pay you back.
Yeah. Well, and actually, if anybody is local to where we are, which is Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky area, feel free to drop us a line either on our website, enjoythebourbon.com, or Instagram or Facebook, or YouTube channel that you're watching this on now. Just you can post a comment, and I'll be happy to drive wherever, within like an hour to pick up some bottles of hard to find bourbon.
Our friend that gifted this to us, we paid forward the favor to him because he really likes Buffalo Trace bourbon, and believe it or not, so Buffalo Trace bourbon, depending on where you're at, can be pretty common to find. But around here, it's not as easy to find. We went down to the Buffalo Trace Distillery, and they have a ton of Buffalo Trace bourbon, so I bought him. I
don't even think they limit you.
Yeah, there's no limit on Buffalo Trace, so I bought him a bottle of Buffalo Trace, and he was super happy about it. So I was happy to get the Eagle Rare, and
I think everything
was wonderlive.
I think we got him hooked on Eagle Rare, though.
Yeah, I do think we got him hooked on Eagle Rare.
So it's one of those bourbons. It lives up to its name. Overall, the bottle is pretty neat. It's tall cylinder. What's the word I'm looking for? It's tall and
cylinder.
Let's just
cylinder.
Cylinder. It's cylindrical. I'm making up words.
It's a little phallic.
But neat bottle. The design, I mean, obviously has a giant eagle, but there's also another eagle up here in the E of the name. So the bottle itself is neat. Sits on the shelf, looks great. But we wanted to tell you a little bit more about just the brand itself. So there's actually technically 3 different types of Eagle Rare. So you have this original, which is a 10-year aged Eagle Rare. They also have a 17-year. Those are the 2 that you'll be able to find. I mean, even if it's difficult, even on the secondary market. The third one, I'm not even quite sure if they even still make it anymore. It's called the Double Eagle Very Rare. It comes in like a silver-plated box. It's a shorter bottle. It has an actual glass eagle on the top. That ages for 20 years. Very limited. You're not going to find that at a liquor store. You're going to find it on the secondary market, and I mean, just go ahead and search that in Google real fast. So if you're just sitting on a pile of diamonds, sure, go ahead and trade those in, buy that bottle of very rare double Eagle Very Rare. It's like $20,000, I think, on the secondary market.
Is that the one that has like the statue within the bottle?
Well, it was on the top.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe it's in the bottle. Definitely, if you have a bottle of it and you're wanting to, do a collaboration, and John and I are more than happy to come and take a sip of that. But those are really the 3 types. For the ones that you can find, the original, the 10-year and the 17-year, both of them are 90 proof. So the difference is going to be probably in the color, a little bit more in the flavor profile. Obviously, 7 more years in a barrel is going to change the flavor of that bourbon as it sits there. Something else just to talk about, we've mentioned before Buffalo Trace Distillery. It is definitely it's one of those things that's kind of our go-to. It's one of the closer ones to where we live. But they put out an excellent bourbon. I think really all of the bottles that they have there, high drinkability for me. It is owned by the Sazerac family, Buffalo Trace Distillery down in Frankfurt. So this is where this is distilled, bottled, and then aged in their warehouses. John had mentioned the overall price, $25, $30, mainly wherever, I think really around our area. Of course, it's going to go up or down depending on the metropolitan area that you live in. So secondary market, again, super high for some of these. I think Eagle usually is about double the price. So you end up paying around what you would pay for a bottle of like Blanton's or a bottle of Weller Antique, or even some of the Special Reserve on Maker's Mark.
And one of the questions I had when I first started getting the bourbon, like, does bourbon ever go bad? And it really never goes bad. So if you happen to get upon 4 bottles of Eagle Rare and you like Eagle Rare, buy those puppies up, because they can sit on the shelf if you haven't opened it. They can sit on the shelf for a long time.
A long time, yeah. Actually, my brother-in-law, his family, his grandpa specifically had a big stash of bourbon, and he passed away a number of years ago. And the house stayed in the family, and they happened to be going through it, cleaning it out, and they found his grandpa's stash of bourbon. Quite a few bottles of unopened bourbon. Some distilleries that are no longer in existence today. So hopefully I can sweet talk him into doing a video with us, and if we don't open it, I completely understand, but hopefully we'll at least be able to get it on, and we'll be able to showcase that different bottle of bourbon that's no longer in production any longer. So, but to the point John was making, if he does decide to open it, I really do want to be there because I'm really curious. I mean, I think the bottle was it was from 1965 or something like that. So I would be really curious to kind of check that out to see, does that really live up? Everyone tells us that, but John and I have never experienced it. So I would really be kind of curious to try a bottle of unopened, super old bourbon and see if it really does live up to the proof, I guess, of it holding its value.
All right. So Eric, are you going to open this bad boy up?
Yeah, this should be easy for me, right?
Yes.
Eric always, and I say that, and then I didn't.
So while you're opening this up, Belle is my Boston Terrier Chihuahua mix. We actually got her through Boston Terrier Rescue, and I'd encourage you, if you are going to get a dog, go through a local rescue and get a dog that needs the good home. So
yeah, Belle's an awesome dog, and don't forget.
And it's pretty rare that you have a Boston Terrier Chihuahua mix like this, which goes right with our Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare. So. All right, John, I'm going to go ahead and give us a nice little pour here, and we can give this bottle of Eagle Rare a taste. The pour itself already looks a little bit thicker than some of the other bourbons we've tried. I'm going to go ahead and put this cork back on.
I've already tried Eagle Rare, and I love Eagle Rare.
I mean, I love it as well.
It's interesting now. I actually just, for the first time, tried Blanton's. Blanton's is very similar, I think, to Eagle Rare, but I don't know. I like that little crisp. It's a little bit more crispy with the Eagle Rare, actually. I like, even though Blanton's is more expensive and probably the more renowned one, I still like Eagle Rare better.
Well,
it's not. I'm not saying Blanton's is bad.
No.
It's
so
very good,
they're different, right?
Yeah,
the mash build is different. So Eagle Rare has a low rye mash build, where Blanton's has a high rye mash build. So that rye is going to take the spiciness, some of the caramel flavors and notes. That's going to change that. It is. I mean, this is a damn good bottle of bourbon.
Yes, it is.
And with it being around $25, $30, again, like you score it, a friend of yours finds it, and you can Venmo them that $30 back. Again,
I will warn you, Eagle Rare can be dangerous, because I find with most bourbons, the aftertaste kind of, and it's a good sting, like, so you're kind of sipping it. With Eagle Rare, it's so smooth that I just kind of keep sipping it, and you can find yourself a little tipsy pretty quickly with Eagle Rare. So I'll warn you of that.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny John says that, because the other day I was at home, and just after a long day of work, you just want to, your kids are in bed, you want to just kind of sit back and relax for a minute. And I wasn't looking for like a hard to drink bottle of bourbon. I wanted something a little bit more smooth, and there are differences in every bottle and the different brands, and so that's actually, I was out of like my go-tos, and I had a bottle of I didn't have a bottle of Eagle Rare because I would have opened that in a heartbeat, but I did have a bottle of Blanton's, and I opened it, and it just the drinkability of some of these, like Eagle Rare and Blanton's, it like John was saying, it has that characteristic like warm feeling, but the drinkability is very high. So to his point, yes, drink responsibly for sure. But I think you'll find that if you've tried some other bourbons in the past and it was not maybe your favorite, and maybe it had a little bit more of a burn, an Eagle Rare is going to have less of that. I mean, it's still 90 proof alcohol, so like it's not Kool-Aid, but
it's not to say that those other bourbons aren't good.
Oh, no, they're good.
It's just it's like a different experience. I kind of akin it to, I like chocolate milk every once in a while. I'll pick up a Yoo-Hoo, but I probably don't want to chug 5 Yoo-Hoos one after another. But on a hot day, if I pick up water, a nice cold water, I'm probably gonna chug 5 waters,
That's true, yep. Hey, Belle.
Hi, Belle.
So, overall, on the price point, it's fairly low, $30. Like, it's not going to be maybe your everyday go-to bottle, but again, this is definitely one if you are at a liquor store, you're looking to buy a gift for someone in your family, or you're looking to treat yourself. $30 isn't.
I think if you could find it for $30, it's an absolute steal.
Yeah.
If you find it at the store and you've got $100, I would buy 3 of them.
If they let you.
If they let you, yes.
A lot of times, places will limit you to 1 or 2 bottles. I've seen. Yeah, if they let you buy as many as your pocketbook will allow, and the liquor store will let you walk out the door with.
So I would check out our other videos on Blanton's and some of our other Buffalo Trace, like Buffalo Trace, the bourbon itself. We did a video on Weller Antique 107.
Yeah.
And we really like all of the Buffalo Trace bourbons, but I would definitely check those videos out.
Yeah, definitely. And something else, John and I, we've mentioned, I think in a previous video, but we do have a website now with recommended gear. It really will help support our channel there. So if you guys could just take a look. And the way Amazon kind of works is pretty sweet. So just take a look at it. Even if you don't buy anything, it's still helping us build our channel and brand awareness. So really appreciate all the support and love you guys have shown us so far.
All right.
So with that, cheers.
Enjoy the bourbon.
Enjoy the bourbon.
Thank you.